Alright, welcome back to Ghost Preparedness. We are in the official command center that you guys have not seen yet. I will correct that later on today, do a little bit of a tour of this little setup I have now. But yes, we're going to knock out a couple videos today, and these videos are probably going to make somebody get a little butthurt and irritated and be like, oh my god, how can you do such a thing? That's blasphemy. But yeah, oh well, who cares? My channel, I'll do as I want. But anyways, the first video I want to talk about right now, or the first subject that I want to talk about right now is a truck gun, or a car gun, or, you know, whatever you drive. A firearm for your vehicle. Now, before I dive into this video and explain mine and, you know, the needs of having one, I do want to throw it out here that it's probably a good idea to sit there and get in touch with local law enforcement or do some research to figure out the laws and regulations on having a firearm in your vehicle, because the last thing you want to do is sit there, get pulled over, and get in trouble because you have a firearm in your car. You know, even if you have good intentions, it's still something that you probably don't want to deal with. But anyways, continuing on. So I'm a firm believer of making sure that there's a firearm in the vehicle. You know, why would you not want to defend yourself or your family when you're away from your home? So, best way to do that is to have a firearm in your car, whether it's a sidearm, a long gun, or both. So, there's a wide variety of different firearms that would fit perfectly for a truck gun or car gun or whatever. Whether it's a sidearm, long gun, whatever, there's 100 different options out there that would fit that role perfectly. Now, talking about my particular truck gun, well, car gun, I drive a car, it is not the most ideal thing. Like, not gonna lie. It is a simple break action 20 gauge shotgun. You know, not the best idea for a truck gun. Not gonna lie. I mean, it's a single shot. I mean, that's not, if I get in some epic gun battle in the middle of town or whatever, that firearm is not really going to be great. However, I try my hardest to not put myself in a position to where I would have to use a firearm outside of my home. Now, granted, there might be a situation, active shooter, carjacking, whatever, that might justify having a firearm, which is why I do carry one in my vehicle. Outside of the fact, like, major con to this is it's a break action. Like, I get one shot, then I have to reload. So, huge major con, you know, biggest downfall of this firearm. Some of the pros to this firearm is, even like this, it's not very long. Like, I can put this in my vehicle. It's not in the way. It's not noticeable. It's, you know, concealed, packed away. Nobody's going to see it unless they're physically looking for it. Then, you sit there, you break it down. It's even more concealable. It's even more compact. So, outside of the fact that it is a single shot 20 gauge, it is a nice, compact firearm that you could just put in your vehicle and not have to worry about it. Another pro to this is it's only $80. I paid $80 for this. So, worst case scenario, somebody breaks into my vehicle and steals this. I'm not out a lot of money. Versus, you know, an AR-15 or, you know, whatever. Which is another thing that I would look into when doing the whole picking a car gun or a truck gun, whatever, is price-wise. You know, it's a pretty big concern. You know, going out and about, you know, making sure you have a firearm, but it's like, okay, vehicles aren't impossible to break into. And if somebody breaks into your vehicle and they steal that firearm, are you going to be out $1,000, a couple $1,000? I would rather personally be out $80 than $1,000. You know, I'm not gonna lie. Like, and you know, there's stuff out there that, like gun safes for your vehicle or locks for guns in your vehicle, whatever, that make it harder to steal, but not impossible to steal. So that's something I would take into consideration when looking for a car gun. But yeah, keeping a firearm in your vehicle, extremely important. You know, you're the type of person that wants to protect and defend yourself, your family, your community. Best way to do that is with a firearm. Now, I am well aware that this thing is not great. Like, there are 1,000 options out there that are better than this. But at the same time, you know, compact price, and just, you know, it's a small compact firearm. I usually tend, with this particular firearm, I usually tend to run either birdshot or slugs through it. 9 times out of 10, it's birdshot. I have run slugs out of this, but holy hell does that kick like crazy. The size of it really doesn't help on that one. So if need be, I'll run slugs through it, but 9 times out of 10, birdshot gets ran through this all day. Distance, like, if I'm driving around in my car, I'm not going to need to sit there and reach 500 yards. Like, you are not getting distance out of this. It is a very up-close personal firearm, especially running birdshot out of this. I mean, slugs, little different, but birdshot, you are not going to be shooting distance with that. Now, I will say, this firearm is going to be replaced. Like, this is, I'm not going to run with this the rest of my life for a car gun. After doing some shopping around and just kind of getting an idea on price and everything, I did locate a new firearm that I want to swap out with this, and that's the Ruger PC carbine in 9mm. Me personally, I've never shot one, but they are still compact. Some of them break down, and I feel like that would be a much, much better option than running a single shot 20 gauge. Plus, with something like that, it would be extremely easy to build a small kit, a small loadout with that I can keep in the car. That way, you know, zombie apocalypse happens and I'm 500 miles away, you know, I have a firearm to rely on. You know, so if anybody has any thoughts and opinions on the Ruger PC carbine, please feel free to throw it in the comment section. I have to be careful with when it comes out of firearms, just because I'm not the type of person to want to sit there and break the law. I have no intentions, no whatever, to sit there and actually try to break the law. So AR-15s, I'm not even diving into that or anything along those lines, just because I discussed that in a previous video. We're not diving into it. Too many people got all butthurt and whatever. But yeah, that's my car gun. That's one that I carry with me in my vehicle anytime I'm going a certain amount of distance. Like, if I'm driving to work, I'm not worrying about it, you know, whatever. If I'm doing long distance driving, then yes, it will go in the car. And that's the next thing. If you're driving state to state or whatever, make sure you're looking at the laws and regulations and everything with carrying a firearm in your car. Like, just because one state says it's perfectly fine doesn't mean the next state that you're driving to has that. So always pay attention to the laws and everything. Get on Google, get a hold of the police department, you know, whatever, and figure the stuff out, because you don't really want to get in trouble when you're just trying to sit there and protect yourself and your family. But yeah, like, I would seriously, honestly, as long as your state allows it, invest in something to put in your vehicle to serve as a self-defense role. Because you never know what's going to happen. You never know when somebody's going to try to mug you, or worst case scenario, the world ends and you have to go from point A to point B and you need a firearm. Like, you never know. So that's all I have for this video. I'm sure somebody's going to get on here and be like, oh my god, how can you do such a thing? Whatever, it's getting swapped out as soon as I have the money. But yes, that's all I have for this video. We've got another video coming up later on today, going over some other items that are probably really honestly going to get people all butthurt and everything. But yeah, like the video, dislike the video, hit the subscribe button. We are growing. That's really cool. I think we're up to like 70 subscribers, so that's really cool. But yeah, that's all I have for this video, so I hope everybody has a wonderful day.